Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Show on Wednesday. Welcome back to the Wednesday Show. It is April 25th. I'm CJ coming to you pre-recorded from Minnesota. The current weather today is 37 and sunny out right now. Our topics today are May movies, Marvel fatigue, we're going to take a little break as always, then weight loss again, and Indy Film Company coming out. Then that'll be the end of the show today. So let's get right into this 11th episode with May movies. Okay, so here are the upcoming movies for May that I am interested in seeing or that look pretty good. Talk a little bit about them. So on Friday, May 4th, we have Overboard, which has Anna Faris. I believe Anna Faris was in Scary movies, and Faris, I believe, was she? Yep. Anna Faris was in the Scary movies. That looks okay. I don't think it'll be a great movie, but I think it'll be okay. So we have that one. Nothing else looks good there. What else do we have? Apparently there's going to be another Digimon movie on May 10th. Thursday, May 10th. I'm a little surprised to see that. I thought Digimon was kind of a dead thing, but okay, Digimon's coming back. What else do we have? Anything else interesting? Friday, May 12th, we have Deadpool 2. I am pumped for this one. I'm going to go see it with some friends. I'm really excited for Deadpool 2. Trailers look hilarious. It's going to be, I think it'll be a good one. I really do think it will be a good one. What else do we have? On Friday, May 25th, we have Solo, a Star Wars story. Now, from what I've been hearing, this new Star Wars film is going to suck. And I think I've heard somewhere that Disney admitted this one's going to suck. Star Wars should just stop at this point. I have not seen any of the new films. I've watched reviews for them and all that. I do have general negative tones to Disney taking over Star Wars. I don't think they'll do the characters justice, so I kind of refuse to see it. Maybe I'll talk about this, go on another side tangent or a rant at some other point, but I really do not have high hopes for Solo, a Star Wars movie. Solo, a Star Wars story. I also heard somewhere that the director and the lead actor playing Han Solo, they didn't get along. Don't know if that's true or not. But I'm not really looking forward to seeing that movie. I'm going to skip it like I've skipped all the other new Star Wars films. Alright, and any other movies? Also on Friday, May 25th, there will be a limited release of Mary Shelley. And I believe this is the IFC film. Mary Shelley, I am looking forward to this movie. This is the one, I believe. Elle Fanning's in it. Yeah. I have not read Frankenstein yet. Frankenstein's on my book list, but I've read a little bit about the life of Mary Shelley. It's pretty interesting. If you've never read anything about this person, you really should look her up. She did a lot of interesting stuff, her and her family, too. Very interesting family, I should say. So, that looks like it's it for the May movies that look good. Not a lot, really. Yeah, nothing much for May. So, we'll get right into it with our next topic then, Marvel fatigue. Okay, so I don't know if you are getting tired of these movies, but I am. I know the X-Men movies are technically a part of Marvel, and now Disney will basically own them if they really do buy out Fox. So, and I know that it's part of the comics and all that other stuff. I think the X-Men are better, and I consider them kind of their own separate thing from the rest of Marvel. But I'm talking about the main Marvel movies. I'm talking about like your Iron Mans, your Captain Americas, your Black Panther, your Thor. What else is there? There's so many. Ant-Man and all those other movies, the Avengers. I'm getting tired of this trend in film. I don't know if I'm the only other person out there. I mean, I'm not the only person, but it seems like we might be a small but growing group. Superhero movies, and I just say Marvel in general because that's the main, we're pretty much getting all of the superhero movies at this point. It's from Marvel. It's getting a little sickening. I mean, I liked Iron Man, I'll admit. I like some of these movies. Iron Man was fine. Captain America Winter Soldier, that was alright, I guess. The original Captain America wasn't bad. I hated Thor. That was a terrible film. It was just plain terrible. I could go into a deep analysis on why. I'm going to skip that, though, this time. So, Thor was bad. Thor Dark World, I skipped that movie. Didn't need to see that. I did see Thor Ragnarok. That was funny. I consider it a comedy. Is it, like, great or anything? No, it's not a great film. But it's I would say good, but not great. It was entertaining. Popcorn flick, sure, whatever. Doctor Strange was pretty good. I like the visuals, but that's kind of the big main thing Doctor Strange had going for it. We're getting Infinity War next. Black Panther was alright. It wasn't bad. It was decent. I don't really have much to say. You can just read my what is it called? Review on my blog if you really want to know my thoughts on Black Panther. But what other Marvel movies coming out? I'm going to Google this. What other movies do they have planned? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. I hated that movie. I'm sorry. That was a terrible film. I laughed once during the entire thing. It sucked. Alright. So I'm getting this from denofgeek.com. I just Googled Marvel movies coming out. So I just clicked on the top result. So yeah, Marvel, we have Avengers Infinity War. April 27th, 2018. Then we have where is it? Luke Cage Season 2, June 22nd, 2018. Ant-Man and the Wasp, July 6th, 2018. Venom, October 5th, 2018. Well, that's still owned by Sony, I believe. But what does this say? Okay, this one might just be a Sony production. I don't know why they included this, but okay. So, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, December 14th, 2018. Wait, how many... Okay, between show and... How many do we have coming out? Well, we did have Black Panther this year. Avengers, Infinity War. Luke Cage. Ant-Man. Skipping Venom, then Spider-Man Into the Spider... We have 5 Marvel movies coming out this year. 5. Including one TV show, so 4 movies and a show. That's a lot. That's a lot for any universe or anything in cinema for 1 year. That's a lot. Okay, jumping into 2019, we have Silver and Black. Never heard of that. Okay, coming out February 8th. Captain Marvel, March 8th. Avengers 4, May 3rd. Spider-Man 2, July 5th. Then just a bunch of untitled Marvel movies through July 29th, 2022. Some potential ones: Guardian Galaxies Volume 3, Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, maybe a Black Widow solo film, Eternals. This is just a ton of movies. I mean, you gotta get sick of this at some point. You have to have some sort of fatigue. I mean, we had all different phases of film. Like the spy movies were in for a while. We had the vampire movies. You remember the vampire movies and vampire shows when that was a big thing? When Twilight was big, when Vampire Diaries was big. There's some books other than that. I forgot the names of them. But remember when the vampire craze was big? And then we got the Hunger Games, which brought in the dystopian craze. So you had the Hunger Games, which I love. I love the Hunger Games still. You had the Hunger Games. You had Divergent, you had Maze Runner, then the movie slowly went to crap. I think that's a little funny how that turned out. But anyways, you had all these movies, but it ended. Or, for the most part, it's over. Now we have the Marvel. And I would say it really took off. It's been going on since Iron Man came out at least. So when did Iron Man release date? When did that come out? I'm going to say May 2nd, 2008. That's when it started. Or the beginnings of this actually started. So, but it really didn't take off until, when's the best time to say it? Like 2012, or that's when, isn't that when Avengers came out? Avengers release date. When was Avengers released? No. Avengers 1 release date. Yep, May 4th, 2012. So, we've had it for, 6 years now? Okay. How long did the vampire craze last? Mid-2000s to... maybe 2010, 2011-ish. That's kind of around the time when the dystopian novels came in. So maybe about 5-6 years or so. And then the dystopian novels, they probably only lasted about 4 or 5 years. They had a shorter run, I think. Oh yeah, also you can't forget about the zombie craze. That was big. I remember getting into that one for a little bit, into those. That was kind of a fun one, though. So Marvel, we've had Marvel now for about 6 years. I only see them lasting about another year or two before most people start getting tired of it and going on to the next craze, which I've talked about this before. I think it's probably going to be mermaids. I could be wrong, but go check out a previous podcast about that and I'll explain why. But anyways, it just gets tiring because Marvel, they pretty much just recycle their plots. Their jokes really aren't that funny. I mean, the comedy behind them, okay, once in a while they'll land a joke, but like, for example, in Avengers Age of Ultron, they were saying language and all that, like, Captain, you can't swear, or something like that. He was saying, you can't swear, it wasn't really funny. Honestly, that's not really that funny. It's kind of a nuisance. Let me see, the romantic subplots, they don't really have any, but they did have one. Was a Black Widow and the Hulk. That just kind of came out of left field, I think. Didn't really see that coming. It was just like, okay, that's there now. Marvel villains are completely forgettable. The only one I can actually really remember is Ultron, and that's because his name is in the title of one of the movies. And there's the new guy, was his name Thanos? Thanos? I'm gonna look this one up. I think it's Thanos. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's Thanos. And that's because they've been just screaming this guy's name at us for a couple years now. But why is he bad? What is he doing? I don't really know. It seems like you gotta really read into the other stuff, all the other comics and material to actually get it, or just cheat and go on the Wikipedia page, which I think is simpler, but I'm not gonna waste my time on it. It gets sickening. And like I said, they recycle their plots, it seems like. Characters will go through an arc, but it seems like their arc won't continue into the next story because it's like that's in the past. It doesn't affect them anymore. The stories just are boring at this point. Sure, you can see save the world again. Okay, how many save the world plots are you gonna do? Almost every movie? Can you get something a little more different, a little more personal? I mean, I hated the new Spider-Man film. It was terrible. It was an atrocious abomination. But at the very least, the new Spider-Man film kept it a little more contained. I mean, the dude... Oh, what was he? What was the main villain's goal? I think he was just trying to steal some parts and then sell it on the black market. But at least he wasn't trying to blow up the world or some crap like that. I'll give the guy that. And it was a little more personal. I mean, you pretty much knew all the characters that are contained with. I'll give that movie that, but otherwise, a terrible film. I could go into that more, but I don't want to keep this segment running for too much longer. But anyways, how many times can you threaten the world? It's the world. Okay. I mean, it's not like we've seen this plot a million other times. Like, at all. Oh, God. This movie's really got to stop. We gotta get a new trend going. I appreciate the good ones, like the Dark Knight trilogy, Logan, and I like Deadpool. I like the X-Men movies. I mean, yeah, they're campy a bit, but they're not that bad. But once you get into like Logan, Deadpool territory, Fox finally figured it out. Anyways, we're end of this topic. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll get back into it with weight loss. Alright, if you haven't checked out my blog yet, you can check out my blog at the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. That's the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. I mostly do movie reviews on that, so go and check that out, please. I also have my Midwestern Gothic short story out titled The Ice Witch Under Lake Superior. You can find that on Amazon.com. If you're a short story writer and you need someone to beta read your short story, you can check out my beta reading service, my honest beta reading service on Fiverr.com. There'll be a link in the description of this podcast for that. So if you're a short story writer and you need a beta reader, check out my service. Now back to the show. Alright, welcome back to the Wednesday show, and let's get back into it with our topic of weight loss. So, this has been kind of an ongoing topic. I've been talking about my weight a lot, and I believe it was the last episode I talked that I believe I know I gained weight. So I went to the gym on Sunday, I worked out a little bit, didn't do too much. My iPod died, so I didn't get to really listen to my podcasts that I listen to, or any of my music. So I just kind of called it quits a little bit early, and I just kind of wanted to get back into swing of things. I still jogged a mile like I do every time. But anyways, I knew I gained weight, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be like 180, 181, but turns out I'm like 178.1, I believe it was. Yeah, it's 0.1. So yeah, 178.1 I am right now. So, I mean, it's not as... I knew I gained weight, but it's not as bad as I thought, so... I'll be getting back into the swing of things pretty soon here, I think. Get back on track a bit. Eat that good food, healthy food. Eat a little less calories, and yeah, I think that'll do me well. So, anyways, I think the weight loss is going to be going good for me again. My goal is, again, 160, and Well, 175 is my original goal, so I gotta hit my first goal again, and then I gotta get down to 160, and then, yep, we'll go from there. So anyways, just wanted to give you that little update. Alright, and our last topic today is indie film. And you might be thinking, CJ, what are you talking about indie film for? I know you love movies. Why are you talking about indie film? So anyways, me and some friends are going to be starting our own film company soon. Pretty excited about this. We're forming it, I'm thinking the end of May. We gotta work through some details first. This isn't 100% until it's actually formed. But we have some stuff planned, and I'm pretty excited about doing this. We got some short films up on our channel, but I'm not sure if they want me to mention this yet. But anyways, I'm going to give you a little teaser about this, saying be prepared for some short films coming out soon. I'm pretty excited about this, and I hope you are too. So that'll bring us to the end of our show today, so let's get into it with our outro. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wednesday show. It's been nice talking with you guys today. And yeah, I hope you have a good Wednesday today. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.